Hi, this is Dave Mass for HolmesCountyTicket.com. We're here on Ticket TV today, joined by West Holmes boys coach Jim Lindeman. Jim, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we're at midseason, just about here. You guys are 7-3 currently. Off to a pretty good start to the year. I guess in terms of a grade card, what do you think you'd give yourself at this point?
You know, I would probably at this point give us a B plus. We've had a late start with football, which definitely changes how you do things. But going forward, we've played pretty well in spots, but we're still looking for that that step towards what we're ultimately looking for. And the way I've kind of put it is we're a good team trying to become great. And we've played some good teams here throughout the course of the beginning of the year, and teams like New Philly and Mansfield Senior and Olentangy Liberty, who are all very good teams, are the three teams we've lost to.
Yeah.
And we need to be ready to step up in one of those big games and take that next step going forward.
Yeah, any win against any of those three teams would have been really that signature win that you guys were looking for.
Sure.
And you really had Olentangy on the ropes, and you almost had Philly beat except for the last second shot.
Sure. Yeah, and in all three of those games, even the senior game, the score is not indicative of
right.
what we actually did, especially without Brady in that game. So it's not like we weren't in the position to win. We just weren't able to get over the hump. And that's part of the progression that a program takes. You go from being competitive to winning games you're supposed to winning some of those tough games that we've played, and then ultimately winning the games that are toss-ups, and that's where we're at right now. And if we want to accomplish the goals that we have going forward, those are the games we're going to have to win.
Right. Last year you guys made a run to district, 13 wins, and I think it kind of puts you guys on the map. And especially, in particular, it kind of put Brady's name out there among the public eye. Sure. And a lot of people that are voting for awards at the end of the year didn't get a chance to see much of him. Talk a little bit about what he brings to the table and his importance to this team.
Well, Brady is a very hard-working athlete, and he's just gifted with some physical tools that you wouldn't assume when you see him walk in. He stands 5'9", 145, 150 pounds soaking wet, but he works extremely hard and has taken some of the gifts that he's had and turned it into a pretty good skill set. And it was very frustrating last year at the end of the season that some of the accolades that he probably deserved he didn't get. And a lot of that has to do with how we're kind of districted.
Yeah.
People don't get to see him much, but I think he put people on notice during the tournament, and obviously through the course of this year he's had a very strong start, and I think the second half of the year is only going to help him. So I think those things will come in, and he's someone that definitely deserves it.
Yeah, but it's not just about Brady for these guys. You've got a really balanced inside-outside game with this group of kids. You can kind of score points either way, and defensively, your length really gives you an advantage over a lot of teams. Just as far as strategy, down the road for the second half of the season, do you look at any particular kind of game style that'll suit you best?
We're a team that we don't pick up in full court press teams a lot. We try to use our length more in the half court. Not to say that we won't. We have it in the bag, but our identity really is forged on the defensive end. I think our length and our physicalness is a very good attribute for us, and you throw that in with hard work, it usually equals to pretty good defense. And I've been pretty happy with how our defense has played for the most part this year. Where we're still searching is a little bit more consistency on the offensive end in the half court, and that's usually the last thing that comes for a basketball team. If you're playing hard, you can do the things in transition and on the defensive end of the floor, but the half court side of offense is where I wouldn't say we're struggling, but we're not clicking on all cylinders, and that's something that going forward we're definitely stressing, and in order to be as good as we want to be, it's an area we've got to get better.
But who wants to be clicking on all cylinders
at
mid-season?
I do.
I do. As coach, I guess.
Yeah, but it'd be great if we could start clicking now and just put the pedal to the metal. But usually that's not how it works. And as a coach and as a staff, we've got to make sure that we are peaking at the right time. And I think things are in place to make that run. But it's a day-by-day approach where we've got to take every practice as it could be our last and make sure we put in all the work that's necessary. And not taking anything for granted when we step on the floor against any team. One game at a time, and hopefully when it's all said and done, there's a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah. Has this been a goal-oriented group? Have you guys set a lot of goals for yourselves? End of the season, overall record, down the tournament trail, that kind of thing?
Yes. Well, there's not a lot of goals. There's 2 simple ones. Those will stay in house, but I think they're pretty obvious if people really want to think about what the 2 goals are. And those are things that really have been put into place for quite some time with this group. These seniors have been working hard towards this since their freshman year and have a lot of success in other sports, and it's something that we're hoping to carry over into the basketball season.
Okay. So for the West Holmes Knights and Coach Jim Lindeman, I'm Dave Mass for HolmesCountyTicket.com. Get out and check the Knights out. They're improving. They're just getting better and better. A lot of fun to watch. Go check them out. Get to the dungeon. See them on the road. And until we see you again, thanks for joining us.